Here you will have free English and French videos to increase your skills to talk and to immigrate to Canada. You will have these videos from the partnership with Canada Smart Mind. Subscribe yourself to not miss any video. You only want to say something and you want to be understood by the other person, but sometimes it is not that easy. That is why you have to learn the 3 basic elements of communication: how works the executor, the action, and the receiver, and that is what you are going to see here. You are going to have 1. A grammar rule, to know how to say your things. 2. A text, to improve your pronunciation. 3. An exercise, to consolidate your knowledge. You will learn how to speak and listen to English and French. You will have free videos of English and French and how to settle, especially in Canada. That is why it's very important to click on the bell icon to receive the latest videos. Do you want to get rid of your language concerns? Here you improve your 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking to get a higher score on international tests in order to improve your career abilities and to immigrate to Canada or to any other English or French speaking country. Pay close attention to this video to find out how. In exchange, you help us by clicking on the bell icon and on the subscribe button and on the like button to spread the name of Canada Smart Mind. Now, here we go. 1. Grammar rule.
What is pronunciation? Pronunciation, noun, the way in which we pronounce a word. Pronounce, verb, to make the sound of a word. Writing. Pronunciation refers to the way in which we make the sound of words. To pronounce words, we push air from our lungs up through our throat and vocal cords, through our mouth, past our tongue, and out between our teeth and lips. Sometimes air also travels through our nose. To change the sound that we are making, we mainly use the muscles of our mouth, tongue and lips to control the shape of our mouth and the flow of air. If we can control the shape of our mouth and the flow of air correctly, then our pronunciation is clearer and other people understand us more easily. Speakers of different languages tend to develop different muscles of the mouth for pronunciation. When we speak a foreign language, our muscles may not be well developed for that language, and we will find pronunciation more difficult. By practicing foreign language pronunciation, our muscles develop and pronunciation improves, as well as creating correct vowel and consonant sounds using the muscles of our mouth, tongue and lips. There are other important aspects of pronunciation, including word stress, emphasis on certain syllables in a word, sentence stress, emphasis on certain words in a sentence, linking, joining certain words together, intonation, the rise and fall of our voice as we speak. Note the spelling of the verb pronounce and the noun pronunciation, not pronunciation.
Now, here is the grammar rule that you can use while you are talking. Remember, you got to have the grammar rules, the pronunciation, and the vocabulary to sustain your conversation. I wish I could say some nice words and cool you down, but here is the thing: you have to go deep into your practice to develop your skills. We post here the basics of grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary. So hit the subscribe button and bell icon in order to receive the other videos and increase your ability to speak. Also, contact us to see how easy and cheap it is to enroll in our teaching program, where you can have videos, exercises, and books to support your work and to increase your performance. And share this video with your friends and help them out too. Text.
A recent story in the Wall Street Journal newspaper looked at students who went to celebrated universities such as Columbia and New York University in New York City for advanced degrees in subjects like art, film, and even social work. Many of the students said they learned a lot. However, when they graduated, they were deep in debt and did not think they would find work that would let them pay back their loans. After graduation, many students reported owing over $100,000. Meanwhile, they were earning just $50,000 a year. One student who received a Master of Fine Arts, known as an MFA, from Columbia, Matt Black, told the newspaper he was financially hobbled for life and owed lenders close to $300,000. Students said they spoke with Columbia about the high cost of advanced arts degrees, but never received a reasonable answer, the newspaper reported. Education experts say these schools are very wealthy with large endowments, which could be used to pay students' tuition. The universities, however, prefer to ask the students to pay the full cost. One famous school, Yale, is changing the system. Its theater program will be free to students after a $150 million donation from music and movie producer David Geffen. The data for the Wall Street Journal story came from the United States Department of Education, and it was restricted to the 2 years after a student graduated. When representatives from the universities in the story were asked about their graduates' financial problems, many said 2 years is a short period of time. They said their graduates slowly increased their earnings over time. In subjects like math, medicine, science, and computer programming, advanced degrees are often required for first-year jobs. However, in more creative careers like writing, making movies, or painting, people can be very successful without getting an advanced degree. Kevin Carey is a higher education expert for New America, a public policy research center. He called master's degrees a scam in a conversation with the website slate.com. Charging people a ton of money to go into any artistic career is often super problematic, he said. Carey also said schools say, "We need the money," when asked about the high cost of their master's degrees. But everyone needs money, he said, adding, it is a poor defense. Even in careers like law or business, advanced degrees are no guarantee of financial success. The same Wall Street Journal writers looked at law school graduates from the University of Miami in Florida. They saw recent graduates often borrowed $150,000 to go to law school. 2 years after graduation, they were earning just $59,000. Sergio Castillo is an actor in New York City. He said he owes so much money on his student loans that he no longer pays them. He went to the University of California at Los Angeles and then earned an MFA from the Actors Studio in New York City. He does not expect to earn a lot of money from acting. Was his MFA worth the cost?
I do think it was worth it. I don't put a price tag on my education or my experience. I think it's sort of unfortunate that so many people take for granted education, and so many people like my mother, for example, never got to go to college.
Castillo said students who are thinking about an advanced degree in art should be sure they are doing it because they value the education, not because they want money or to be famous.
There are a lot of other things you can do. Don't go into it for that reason.
Lynn Adrian is a former television producer who runs the Broadcast Journalism Graduate Program in Washington, D.C. for Syracuse University. She said students must ask an important question when they are thinking about graduate school.
Is it worth the investment of all that money for that master's degree, and what is it going to turn into later?
In some fields, people may have better experiences working as an assistant than spending money on graduate school. Adrian warned that the cost of higher education in the US is a serious issue. I just think that there's a reckoning coming in terms of college tuition in general, and the bang for the buck that one gets, she said. Kasia Plejinska is a filmmaker in New York City. She came to the US from Poland to study about 10 years ago. She attended graduate school both at Baylor University in Texas and at the University of Iowa. She said she received a lot of financial support from those universities. When asked about the high cost of graduate school in the US, she described it with one word: insanity.
It is so insane. I mean, I know friends who are stuck with the debt, and literally they are not taking risks in life, just even changing the job because they're so afraid.
Plejinska said arts graduate programs can help students meet and make friends with fellow artists with whom they can work throughout their careers. It's even better if the school is in a place like New York or Los Angeles. Those interviewed did not have a solution for the problem of costly advanced degrees in creative subjects. For a school to be of value, Plejinska said, students need to remember why they started making art in the beginning.
It's for the pure pleasure of creating and fulfilling myself this way.
I'm Dan Friedel.
Remember to go to the description and check the links for Canadian companies searching for employees outside of Canada. Also, you will have a link for our contact in the description. Since you only can count on yourself, make your inscription and hit the like and the bell icons to receive our latest videos. 3. Exercise.
Quiz. Are artistic advanced degrees worth the cost? Many people who want to work in movie production spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get advanced degrees in film. However, they do not often earn very much money. One person said he is hobbled by debt. What is another word for hobbled? Successful, fast, hurt or wounded, hopeful, correct, hurt or wounded, based on the story. Why do some universities argue that criticism of their arts graduates' financial problems is not fair? The universities say their graduates earn more money as time goes on, and the statistics from the Department of Education do not show this. The universities think their students should take classes due to the joy of making art. Some schools think that you cannot place a dollar value on the quality of their teaching. Schools like Columbia and the University of Southern California believe their locations in New York and Los Angeles outweigh the cost. Correct. The universities say their graduates earn more money as time goes on, and the statistics from the Department of Education do not show this. Students who are accepted into the theater school at Yale will no longer have to pay for their classes. Why? The professors decided they would not take money for teaching. A famous movie and music producer donated a large amount of money to the theater program. Students decided to raise money to cover the costs of their education. The university decided the theater program was so important, it stopped charging fees for it. Correct. A famous movie and music producer donated a large amount of money to the theater program. Not everyone who trains to be an actor in New York winds up as a big star on Broadway. What advice did actor Sergio Castillo offer to students who are thinking about going to acting school? He suggested they should not go to school, but should work somewhere as an assistant. Instead, Castillo said young people who want to be actors will not be famous unless they go to acting school. The actor said students who go to school for extra training will just waste their money. He suggested students pursue an advanced degree because they think the education is important, even if they do not become famous. Correct. He suggested students pursue an advanced degree because they think the education is important, even if they do not become famous.
tell us your questions, and pretty soon, you will see what we have to say. Leave your comments about this video, and we will know what you like and what we can do to better help you. Thank you for watching this video, and be sure that we will be with you in this journey to turn your dreams into reality. Keep up there and write your story. I'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.